Having a diversified portfolio is seen as being important for today's investors as it helps spread risk across various assets, potentially reducing overall risk exposure. Bas Kooijman is CEO and asset manager at DHF Capital, and he's also the author of a book on trading and investing. He joins us here in the studio. Great to see you, Bas. How is AI changing the financial markets at the moment and the wider financial services sector?
Thank you so much for having me in the studio today. Very great to meet in person this time. I think it's an insane change that we are seeing in the financial markets. We always had a very high pace in the financial markets. The analysts always had a lot of data to analyze. And we just see it's even going faster now. There's more data that's not only being processed, but also more data that's being generated. So more and more people are also using AI to generate news or to generate content. And all of this has to be analyzed again by other people who have the job to read those articles, for example. So we just see the super fast-paced industry even became faster.
What are some of the challenges then with AI, particularly when it comes to trading at the moment?
I think the biggest challenge is for the people who choose to not embrace AI. They say, okay, it's a temporary thing. It's something that will maybe blow over. It's a buzzword. And I agree that it's being used as a buzzword a lot of times. So some things like algorithmic trading are with us for over 10 years. AI is when an algorithmic tool, for example, is being deployed and it's changing itself. So it's having a choice to make changes towards, for example, programming code. When that happens, you see the real big difference between algorithmic trading, for example, and AI trading and AI tools. And if you embrace that, you can keep going on this trend, which is a trend, but also something that most firms are going to use, most people are going to use in their jobs. And if you do, you stay ahead of that trend or go with the flow, compared to saying that you don't want to have anything to do with AI and keep doing it the old way, actually.
But would you say that it needs to be more closely monitored?
Definitely. I really agree that regulators are going to have a tough job to make any regulations on AI. We can see the difference between automated trading and manual trading, for example, at DHF. And we are going to need to see regulation on the difference between robots who are kind of approved or the ones that are having their own life and their own life shelf that they can change.
Bas, let me ask you this. How important is having a diversified portfolio at the moment for investors?
I think it's really important. You see with all the activities in the Gaza region, for example, that some investors that were heavily invested in gold, we saw gold rise very fast. The last 2 days we saw gold drop very fast. If you are only investing in one asset class, you are seeing a lot of volatility. When you diversify your assets into multiple asset classes, you kind of have the lower volatility because one asset class will rise quickly, maybe the other one will fall, like the stocks in the S&P 500 fell about the same moment that gold saw a big rise. So having that diversified portfolio just makes you sleep better, in my opinion, to see your portfolio rise over the long time.
All right, we will leave it there. But Bas Kooijman, appreciate you joining us tonight. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.